Welcome back to another video, guys. This video, I thought I'd do something I haven't done for a long time, and that is turn some nursery stock into a cascade. This one was done back in 2016, and it started off very similar material to this. I think it was a little bit smaller, if I remember rightly. I was trying to find the photos of it. I've got them somewhere. I'll have a dig around and see if I can find any. But yeah, that's the aim of the game. This one does need sorting out, but I'm going to do this in the garden at some point. It just needs kind of like levelling off, rewiring basically, and just pinching back, all ready for the growing season. But we're going to ignore this one. We're going to work on this one. Right. One juniperus. I think it's a procumbens. I'm not sure. It looks a smaller variety than the procumbens, but it's a juniper, and it was £8.25. Bargain. Right. I think the first thing we'll do, I'll get them out of this pot. Normally I'd leave it in and just cut the rim, but these pots I've found so brittle. Load of rubbish they are. Get rid of them. Take them back to the garden centre. Right, so we'll get amongst the top. We'll try and find a little bit of a nabari. You can see the roots are pretty good on this. And then we'll just clean it out underneath. I've got a little pot it can go in, but we'll see. We'll see how we progress. I do find that these roots can be quite tough, and this soil is absolute rubbish. Although the plant hasn't really suffered, I have to admit the roots are looking pretty good. I'm just saying it's rubbish because it's rubbish to work with. Right, what I'll do, I'll put this on a time lapse and we'll come back and then we can have a look and see what we can do with these branches. Right, okay, cleaned them out. I took way too many roots off, more than what you should do with a juniper, but because we're going to reduce the foliage, it's going to be less stress on the roots, but there's plenty on here and they're looking really healthy, so I'm optimistic. And when I say it's getting better, so I was out in the garden a minute ago. I was just going through my tools, and I come across this little bad boy. Now, this isn't the pot that I originally used on the bigger one, but it is the same style. I bought a job lot of these years ago. So that, yeah, £6 for 3. I was paying £2 each basically, and they come with a tray as well, a little porcelain tray. Yeah, I bought like, I don't know, 50 or 60 of them, and I did loads of this style in these. The only problem is they got no hole. As you can see, there's no hole. So fortunately I've got a brand new tile cutting bit, tile drill bit, so we'll drill a hole in that, but we'll do that in a minute. But yeah, it's quite good. So it's kind of like, it's basically exactly the same setup as what the other one started out as. So it's quite nostalgic. It's nostalgic. That's what it is. In here and just have a bit of a tidy up. Get rid of these ones that are close to the main trunks. I say trunks because we're going to be using trunks. Get rid of that one. Get rid of any sparse, spindly ones we know we don't want. Any opposite ones, which are going to make things a bit awkward. I think it looks alright in there. Right, now we've got to determine which is a cascading branch and which is going to be our leader. I think we'll get rid of them. They're just confusing matters. Right. Okay. Deal with a pot. Let's do it. I don't want this juniper hanging around too long. It's nice and warm in here, but it won't do the plant any good. So yeah, as I say, normal drill bit. What I might do is just get a bit of water, in a bowl. Use a cat's bowl, that needs to be washed anyway. So to get a nice clean hole, drill from both sides, because if you just drill straight through, you end up blowing the opposite side and you end up shattering it. So I'm going to go straight in the middle, somewhere around there, to start off. You still see what I'm doing? Cool it down now and again. Don't go all the way through. So we got a hole there, you see. There's a hole, but he hasn't gone right through completely. And then you come from the other side. It neatens it up, nice and gentle. Beautiful, and you get a nice clean hole. It doesn't blow it out, doesn't shatter it. You don't want to shatter it on where the glaze is on the inside, because water gets in, freezes, and then it blows. There we go. Give it a quick wash. Pot's prepped. You see that? So I'm going to do it unconventional way, because I've only got the one drain hole. I don't want to put too many holes in the bottom of this, because then they're not brilliant. I've got to be honest. And the more holes you have in them, the more chance they're going to crack and split and all that. So yeah, just loop it through, pull it through, and I'll show you in a minute. So I've got some decent new Pro Mix we'll put in the bottom. So there's no organic in there. None whatsoever. And then we're going to get this in here. Something along these lines. Something like that. Tuck these roots down. There's only two really that I need to really concentrate on what direction they go in. The others are so spindly. Now what we need to do is just pick a front. Now obviously this pot is completely square, doesn't matter from four sides, but we can also choose a corner. I don't think we will. I think we'll just have it flat on. I won't use this side because that was the side the flipping label was on, although it is coming off slowly. I think we'll choose, that's a clean edge. Well, we'll just spin him round. Had to put it in the wrong way, didn't I? Now all we're going to do is just loop this wire just over some of the roots, some of them. It's more of a token gesture really. Once it's packed full of soil, it will hold it. Right, you just pull this down. Something like that. Let's do that. Nip it off. Right, so it's kind of got it, kind of. It's just a token gesture, but it just makes it a bit easier to work with just for the minute. And obviously these won't hinder the way that it's sat on any surface. We can whip that out anyway at a later date once it settles in. I'm using recycled soil here. It's got a bit of everything in it. A bit of organic, a bit of pro-mix, a bit of pine bark, old akadama, just a bit of everything. I'm just going to put one layer, one level of this in, and then I'll put some Pro Mix on top. This is just to keep the moisture in. I do find that junipers do like it. But they like the organic, where I live anyway, for sure. And being that it's a young tree, doesn't need fancy soil. You just need to get them roots growing again and feeding the tree. Get rid of that. Right, I'll get me a little, let's use that. Result, that's what we like. Right, work it in. Right, there we go. Yeah, he's draining well through that hole. It's good. I'll top dress it after we finish playing around with it. I won't do it now because it will just fall out. Let's face it. Right, I suppose we might get some wire on it. But we're going to get some thicker wire on this part. Thicker again. Right, how are we looking? Looking alright? Oh, look at that. Sorted. Right, job done. I've got to have a shower, put my feet up. That doesn't look too bad actually. It's a trick of the eye though, because what I'm looking at looks a mess. Absolute mess. It's good. Right, what are we looking at here? Good coffee. Right. So we've got to try and decide what to do with this kind of cascade look. Again, we need to look, see which way these are flaring. I don't think we need so much. Just need to give it a bit of that, I think, to begin with. That works. That's right. We'll get some 2mm wire. And we'll do that other branch. How does that look? That looks better already. Right, we'll get that one. We'll get a little bit of wire on that. Going on in there, something going down. I'll leave them on. The more foliage, the stronger the branch you'll get. Not fussed if it looks untidy. It's just these branches need to be in the right place. All done. Turned out alright. Yeah, I love doing these. This is what got me into bonsai. Doing exactly this. Even in this original pot, well, it's not original pot, but yeah, using the same pot, same material, same soil, everything. So yeah, it turned out all right. He needs all these secondary branches wiring out, as you can see, just to give it more depth in the actual cascade. These need to be flattened off, but we can do that next year. The important thing is that the structure is all there. It's got a nice movement in the trunk leading up to the apex. I'm quite glad I kept this lower branch for the cascade, not using the whole trunk as a cascade, because I think it always looks a bit odd when you're using the whole trunk. It looks like a bridge. It doesn't look natural. Doesn't look natural. Yeah, and I don't think it hindered the design. I know I wanted the larger one to be the cascade, but I think it would have been too big and I would have had to chop it back anyway. So yeah, it's worked. It's worked well. So there we go. One little procumbens. Yeah, great starter material, as you can see. And for what it costs, it's just, yeah, you can't go wrong. Right, well, there we go. That was easy. Yeah, I might find something else to do now. Right, thanks again for watching, and also thanks to everybody that's subscribing. I've gained like 15 subscribers in the last week or so, which is amazing. You've doubled me. You've doubled my subscription numbers. No, but all honesty, I thank everybody that subscribes. I try and keep the content kind of mixed, varied. It all differs depending on the time of year and that. Obviously, I only started the channel in October of last year, so I didn't put any videos out of the growing season. Obviously, you saw it all at the end. So yeah, it's going to be quite an exciting year. You'll be able to see the trees progress through the summer, which you didn't get to see last year. And that's the reason why I've been doing a lot of starter material. Also because I love it. I love doing starter material. So yeah, you can see it from start and then the progression of it. I think it's quite nice. So yeah, it's all good. Right, well, thanks again for subscribing. Thanks again for watching. And hopefully I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers, guys.